Good morning, I'm Rebecca Merritt, and my husband and I own the Bonnie Blue Inn Bed and Breakfast, and we're here today to show you the house and tell you a little bit about the history and how we became innkeepers. The process of us renovating are in these books, and I'm thankful for that. Also, while we were renovating, we found a lot of things from the Fouch family, and we kept those and collected those, and they're here on display. We found this negative, and we got it reproduced. And my father-in-law knew, when we showed him the picture, knew who it was. This was Jewel Fouch, Mr. Orville Fouch's brother, and he since moved to out of state. But we actually had some of his children. Mr. Fouch never had children, but we had some of his children come back to want to see the house.
The My Usage app is a way to conveniently pay online, anytime, day or night. You can also come by any Caney Fork Electric office and sign up for the prepay option available using the My Usage app. Know exactly how much electricity is used each day and the cost. Best of all, no monthly bill. You can set up email or text alerts, keep track of your usage, and pay your bill, all with the My Usage app from Caney Fork. Caney Fork Electric, keeping you informed.
Grace Family Pharmacy announces new medication packaging service. It provides a simpler, safer medication experience through convenient, personalized packaging using the latest in pharmacy robotics. We're located at 357 West Main Street. Our phone number is 931-473-6418.
McMinnville, you're a great place to be. McMinnville, Tennessee.
Not many things last a lifetime, but when they do, there's something special. Dr. Pepper. Good for life, good for the community.
I hope this highway leads me back to town. I've been too long on this road. Maybe this time I'll come back home to stay. I wonder why I ever rode from people that walk like me and talk like me. County fairs and a marching band. Now that I've come back home, I'll never roam again. I've found my place to stand. I'll take any road that gets me back home. Just give me the word to go, and I'll live out my life there on the Merritt Fork, there in the shadow of the
There's more to our identity than our DNA. It's not just our genealogy that makes us who we are. It's not just the environment we grew up in, but it's the land we walked on as children, as parents. My daughter, when she was little, played in these leaves with my mother, her granny, holding her hand. The land makes us who we are as much as anything.
My husband and I purchased this farm in 2003, and when we came into the house, it was just too good of a jewel to not restore, so we began restoring. I wanted to keep as much original as possible, but it had sat empty for 30 years or so, and a lot of people had come in and, were searching for things or just, having fun or whatever they do in old houses. But so it was pretty tore up, but we decided to try it. We tried to keep as much original as possible. The brick in that fireplace is the original brick, but it was strewn out all over the yard, and we gathered it all up. Because they had torn the chimney down, there was a family of buzzards that was living upstairs, and we saw the egg and the baby buzzard. And when you come, if you're interested, my father actually cataloged or recorded all of the renovations that we did, and there is the picture of the buzzard in here, but just the whole process of us renovating are in these books, and I'm thankful for that. Also, while we were renovating, we found a lot of things from the Fouch family, and we kept those and collected those, and they're here on display. We found this negative, and we got it reproduced. And my father-in-law knew, when we showed him the picture, knew who it was. This was Jewel Fouch, Mr. Orville Fouch's brother, and he since moved to out of state. But we actually had some of his children. Mr. Fouch never had children, but we had some of his children come back to want to see the house. So there's just a lot of interesting stories that people have told over the years of the residents of the house. But we found a lot of really neat things. Mr. Fouch was legally blind, and he ordered magazines and newspapers and publications from the Institute of the Blind on these disposable records. We found thousands of these everywhere, but the catalog, or one of the catalogs that he would order from, of course has Braille on it. It's very interesting. Mr. Fouch was legally blind, so of course that's why he was able to order books and records and things at no cost to him, and it would come in Braille so he would know which one he was listening to or going to listen to. The house was built, as best we can tell, we researched right at the end of the 1800s. So we found a lot of letters and things like that in the house, in the walls. We found a little a bonnet and just lots of shoes. Mrs. Fouch must have loved shoes because there were a lot of old shoes, old-fashioned shoes upstairs.
And even the hat.
Yes, we found this hat, and along with it, we found a bicycle manual, how to ride a bicycle, because it was a new thing. And on the front of it had a boy riding a bicycle with a picture of a hat just like that. So that was right around the 1900s. This was Orville's mother and her brother, and he came. He was really old. He couldn't get out of the car. But he's from Alabama, and when he drove by and saw that it was alive again, he pulled in and wanted to, yeah. So he sent me that picture, and he sent me some other things from their family. This is what we call the dining room. This is where, when we have overnight guests with our B&B, we serve breakfast. When we do have overnight guests, I serve a dessert in the evening and breakfast in the morning. I do have a courtesy closet with a coffee and refrigerator and things for them to snacks to help themselves to while they're here. And we do have a lot of people come and stay and as a bed and breakfast. We've had people from other countries. We've had people from a lot of states. In fact, we just had some guests leave yesterday from California. And so it's very interesting. I love that part of it, to meet different people from all over and the reasons they're coming here. And it's just really neat to meet a lot of different people. And of course, especially those that choose to stay in an older place. They have a lot of questions and just love the atmosphere and the history of the house and the area. So this is our dining room, and when we have guests, like I said, this is where I serve breakfast. And also, we do private parties, birthday parties, Christmas parties. Christmas is a big time, and of course, I'll rearrange the tables depending on the size of the group. But this is where the people will eat when they come. I also have an open house 4 times a year, spring, summer, fall, and Christmas, for a week. And you don't need reservations. I have my tea room open from 11 to 2, and that's been a good thing to keep my friends coming down here and keep friends that I've met because of this, and keep them in coming and keep them involved in what's going on down here. That is the Bonnie Blue flag, and it was originally flown in 1810 in Florida with the Florida Dragoons, and then it became popular again in the war between the states. It was the second most popular flag of the Southern nation, and a lot of states that seceded adopted that as their state flag during that time. This is our upstairs suite. We decided to make it not 2 rooms, because when we had to do bathrooms, we would have had to make 2 bathrooms up here, and I was afraid that would make it too small. So we decided to make this a suite, and it's really been a very good thing for our business, because a lot of families that couldn't have stayed in a bed and breakfast otherwise, because they would have had to get 2 rooms, can stay up here. So we do keep this place up here pretty busy. In fact, that's where the people from California that just left stayed up here because their family was here. So we have the bedroom, and then in the sitting room, it's a day bed and trundle, so it actually sleeps 4 up here. And then of course it has a private bath. And these are the original floors. The doors from the bathrooms and the rooms are from the old Brown Hotel downtown that used to be on Main Street. So we were excited when someone had these in their barn and said, hey, might have something you'd like. So we were excited to get those, because this is a part of McMinnville history, the Brown Hotel doors. So that was exciting to be able to get those. This has been from the beginning a huge family project. My husband and I and family members worked at renovating and restoring, and actually we purchased it before our daughter was born, but she has grown up working here at the tea room. She was probably the first 7-year-old that could count back change or whatever, but she's grown up working in our kitchen and working at the bed and breakfast. And in fact, just the other day, she's getting ready to graduate. Just the other day, she said, when you get tired of running that bed and breakfast, I can still make it a bed and breakfast if you want me to. So that made me proud that she has always been around here learning the different aspects of our business, the bed and breakfast part as well as the food service part. And this is our kitchen, our commercial kitchen. If you open the door, it's all white and chrome inside. But when we decided to make this a bed and breakfast and a catering service, I didn't want to change the structure of the house. So I told my husband, I said, there was an old outbuilding here. It was little, but needed to be torn down. I said, that's where I want my kitchen, but I want it to look like an old building. So we had a barn that was falling down, so he saved all the wood from that and made it look like an outbuilding. But inside, like I said, it's a licensed commercial kitchen, and that's where we fix our foods, where I do the cakes and things that we offer for our catering service. Mr. Orville Fouch, the last owner of the house, of course, there's a lot of stories. He was probably the most popular or well-known owner of the home, and he was legally blind. He was kind of kept to himself, I think, because of that, but he also loved to play the fiddle, and he played all over the county. He played when they put the new bridge in down there over Charles Creek. He played there and played at the fair every year. Someone sent me a picture of him playing at their family reunion. So he had a lot of good friends, and they say if he recognized your voice, he'd get in the car with you and you could take him where he wanted to go. But he had to recognize, who you were first. But I'm thankful that we could keep his memory alive. We do have a fiddle, not his, but in honor of him, hanging on the wall in there. And so I'm thankful that we were able to keep and restore a piece of McMinnville history, or Warren County history, and also keep his family and just the house alive and going. For more information on the Bonnie Blue Inn Bed and Breakfast, we are on Old Smithville Road. Our address is 2317 Old Smithville Road. We do have a Facebook page. We do have a website. And our phone number is 931-815-3838. If you need any catering needs or bed and breakfast needs, then just give us a call. Thank you.